better health for everybody, every day. Transforming lives, 3 minutes at a time. Listen up. This is your daily health tip from The Good Company.
Hey everybody, welcome back to today's health tip. This is Melissa from The Good Company. It's Wednesday, and special note, this week we are spending the entire week discussing Lyme disease. What is Lyme disease? Who gets Lyme disease? How do you get Lyme disease? How do you treat it? How do you know you might have it? It's a very complicated, confusing disease that does not have nearly enough funding directed towards it for research right now. A lot of people are out there suffering. A lot of people who get Lyme disease don't know they've contracted Lyme disease. That's what I want to talk about today. They say that you'll get a bullseye rash if you've been bitten by a tick carrying one of the infections. However, that's not necessarily the case. Over 9 years ago, when I first contracted Lyme disease, I never saw a tick. I never had a rash. In fact, I had a slew of negative Lyme disease tests, and turns out all along it was Lyme disease. I even spent a week at the Mayo Clinic being poked and prodded, and they sent me home with a diagnosis of fibromyalgia. So, important to remember and share the message that no rash does not necessarily mean you are in the free and clear after a tick bite. Yesterday, if you didn't listen, you guys can go back to Podbean, go back to iTunes, and listen to the beginning of the week when I talked about what to do when you find a tick, how to know if you've been bitten. If you want to send the tick away to a lab, they can actually test the tick to see which bacteria it is carrying. Which bacteria you might have gotten from your tick bite can really help when you visit with a doctor. Tomorrow we're going to talk a little bit about who do you see if you suspect you have Lyme disease. Is your general practitioner or your regular ER doctor really looking for Lyme, and who do we need to see for Lyme disease and co-infections? So again, I remind you, if you missed the beginning of the week, please go back and listen. Guys, as always, thank you for listening. This is a big deal. Lyme disease is near and dear to my heart. Remember, if it's helping you, 2 things. 1, you can share it with a friend. And secondly, if you leave us a review, either on iTunes or Podbean or Alexa, if you're listening over there, hey, Alexa friends, it would be awesome because that's how people find us. So happy Wednesday. Continue listening this week. I'm going to talk more and more. And remember, if you have questions, you can email me, Melissa at The Good Company, or you can slide into the DM on Instagram. Have a good day, everybody.